Jimmy Kimmel is the latest late-night host to be yanked off the air. So his network, ABC, has preempted Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely after comments they say he made about the killing of Charlie Kirk. Donald Trump has weighed in since this decision by ABC. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done, is what the President of the United States is saying. Of course, this is alarming news for those that worry. Free speech is under attack in America. So we are, yes, we do this for a living. We talk for a living, but we're also consumers of news and media. We are creators of media, as I mentioned. So what is our responsibility in all this?
Listen, do you remember when the pandemic was the thing that we were worried about? Doesn't that feel like 1,000 years ago? Honestly, in the 20-something years that I've been working in television, I never thought that I would be this mad about a rich white man losing his job as I am today. I was so mad. When I heard the news, my first thing was I screamed. I was like, oh! Because I kind of knew this was coming because Donald Trump has made comments before. Then I felt this despair and anxiety that I think we're all feeling right now. I think it's fair to say a lot of people are feeling this, and this uncertainty as to what the future holds. And then I calmed down, went to bed. I woke up this morning with a renewed kind of sense of like, okay, so what can I do? And the idea came to me so quickly. It was like, okay, I'm an individual, I'm in Canada, but you know what I do? I do support these companies. I do have Disney Plus subscription. First thing I did, delete, cancel my subscription, deleted it.
Wow.
Next thing I went to was my Paramount Plus subscription, cancel subscription, delete. I'm like, I am not going to financially support. I can't control, I can't get Jimmy back on the air. But what I can do is not give them my hard-earned dollar for this state-run television that is happening before our very eyes. So that was the first thing that I did. I'm curious, what was your reaction?
Well, you know, listen, I mean, this is, right now, it's only like a temporary thing, maybe. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I was shocked, I went, oh, when I saw it.
Yeah.
And I guess earlier on this week, we had another conversation around Charlie Kirk, and I was very, I didn't say it in real time, and I wish I had, that I was very careful about choosing my words, because even though this hasn't hit Canada in the same way, I'm worried. It has impacted what we do here. So, we were watching The View today.
Well,
also, can we talk about that?
This is where we're going to get really meta, okay? This is, you know, this is girl talk, and guess what? We're all going to talk together right now. ABC is the network that yanked Jimmy Kimmel off the air, and so we watch The View because it's aired on ABC in the United States. We know it actually airs on CTV here in Canada, and we thought, well, what are the ladies of The View going to say? Are they going to even touch it? It's their network, and guess what happened? They never touched it. And I'll tell you the reason why that surprised me. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I am surprised. They have never shied away from difficult topics, much like us here on the show. And it just reminded me, that money talks, but money also silences.
That's right.
And there's a business thing going on here that is infringing on free speech, in my opinion. So ABC is the network, and in the United States, they have what they call affiliate networks. Those are the individual TV stations in your city, in your town, that are airing the ABC shows. There is a company called Nexstar. They own a ton of affiliates. They are trying to buy a competitor called Tegna. And Tegna, that deal is worth $6.2 billion, okay? And so guess what? In order for that deal to go through, Nexstar needs the sign-off of the Federal Communications Commission and the Department of Justice that are run by Trump appointees. One of those Trump appointees, the chair of the FCC, said yesterday to ABC directly. He was on a podcast and he says, ABC, you need to deal with people like Kimmel, and you can do this the easy way or you can do it the hard way. He said that on a podcast.
Public threat.
It was a public threat against free speech. You don't like what Jimmy Kimmel says. Trump doesn't like what Jimmy Kimmel says. Or even if he said something wrong. It doesn't matter. In America, you can say whatever you want, and it's protected by the First Amendment. So the business part of me says, money talks, but money has just silenced yet another network.
I mean, it's muzzle the media time, basically. And it's unfortunate, as you speak about the ladies of The View, women already struggle to have a voice. And now we watched women be muzzled. We're watching a white man, like you mentioned, right? Basically be made an example. If you can make an example of a white man, nobody's safe. Period.
You know what I keep wondering about, though? What is the end game? Okay, we already know that traditional media is declining in ratings, and that's the sad state of affairs. We love traditional media. We are part of traditional media, and both Canada and America are governed by bodies who do censor us to a certain extent. Like it's kind of almost a cultural agreement we've all gone into.
Guardrails.
They give us some guardrails. There are certain like, we
because
don't swear.
I said, you know, I want to lay pipe, and it was okay.
Yeah, you got away with that.
So, got
That's
away
right.
with that.
There are certain things we can get away with.
Just to lighten it up a little bit.
Guardrails.
Just lighten up, just lighten the vibe a little, you know?
We've all agreed upon that.
Yeah.
You know where there are basically
We all agreed upon that.
We've all agreed upon. Well, we have. We've
Oh,
agreed that there are
with the
certain
pipe.
daytime things you can say, and there are certain things you can say more easily in later night talks. But you know where there's no guardrails? It's on the internet. Basically, you can say whatever you want. So if eventually what this plan is get rid of every left-leaning speaker who offends Trump, what are you going to replace him with? Kid Rock and Scott Baio? Like, who's going to be on network television? Or are all these people just going to go to the internet and everybody's going to be fragmented and everyone's going to be able to say and do whatever they want? I just don't know. At what point is it going to just be
First of all,
state-run
it's a
media,
carousel,
more like
though.
North Korea?
Right now, it feels like it's just gonna be Steve Harvey Family Feud all the time,
Stop it
every
right
day,
now.
24/7. That's what it feels like it's gonna happen. And I thought about that too, because a lot of the people that work in the industry had that conversation. Like, they're just gonna start a podcast naturally and get a YouTube channel. But then if you watch, there are people who already have a huge following on TikTok and YouTube who are saying, hey, I just posted something and it's not getting the same traction as it usually does. Or my followers are saying they can't find my stories, or they can't find me, or all of a sudden they're trying to get me off the internet. So I don't know if the internet's this safe place that everybody can go and say whatever they want.
No, you're absolutely right. I call it the Last Supper. So 2 or 3 weeks ago, all the big heads of the big tech companies were invited to the White House for a big dinner, and then we saw it on the news where one at a time they basically were like, "Thank you, Trump. Thank
Bending
you,
the
President
knee.
Trump." And you know,
Bowing down.
these are the men. They were all men who control what 6 to 8 of the tech and social media companies that we all use. So at what point does he also exert control on the last space, which is, it seems to be the Wild West, or is he going to hit a button? I just want to leave you with this. There is common ground. I know it feels dark and it feels scary today, but there is common ground, and that is for all of us who not only speak for a living, but want to protect freedom of speech.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.